Um, this is a promise I'm going to make to myself, and I'm going to express this and I'm say it to the world, into the YouTube land or YouTube universe, whatever you call it. I don't give a damn. But this is a personal promise I'm gonna keep to. This is a personal promise that I'm going to make to myself, and that is this: whenever I become more financially stable, I would rather be a lone wolf. I would rather stay to myself because I'm already an outcast or lone wolf right now. I'm already an outcast or lone wolf, but once I become more financially stable, I'm going to stay to myself for the rest of my life because the people that I've tried to interact with, for the most part, they like to gossip. They like to gossip about other people, and then I found out that they like to gossip about me, and I didn't know until I found out later on. And also, it's like people value, and like nowadays, people value your character based on where you work at or based on how much money you make. That's when they want to be friends with you and all that stuff because of your job title and your money and your social status. People are so fucking superficial and materialistic and vain to the point that they will use their superficial aspects to define them, and that shouldn't be the case. you know. But overall, whenever I become more financially stable, I'm going to stay to myself. I'm going to become a total lone wolf, because it made me realize that people are so fake and phony. You know what I'm saying? They're so fake and phony to the point that you can't, it's hard to differentiate who's real and who's not. So I would rather be by myself. So, like I said before, man, whenever I become more financially stable, I'm going to stay to myself for the rest of my life, because it doesn't make any sense for me to continue on trying to find friends or try to communicate with people, but knowing damn well that you can't trust anybody, which which is a given. You can't trust anybody. But the way how things are in today's society, like the way how I am as a person, is best for me to stay to myself because I can. I don't know, man. It just might sound crazy, but I can feel people's energy sometimes, and I can sense people's intentions sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes I do. But it just made me realize, it's just that what I've been through. Like, first I was cool with this person, then the next thing you know, they'll switch up on me. And I realized I haven't done nothing to them. I didn't ask these people for any money. I didn't do none of that stuff, man. I didn't try. I wasn't trying to be. I wasn't annoying. You know what I'm saying? Getting on people's nerves. It's like we had a good conversation, and the next thing you know, the people will switch up on me. They have a nasty attitude. They act like they don't want to hang out around me. you know, they act like they don't want to hang out around me, or they have a nasty attitude towards me out the blue. And I said to myself, man, we just had a good conversation, not too long ago. But now you want to act all, I don't know, want to act all, nasty towards me. You trying to avoid me, So that's what I realized, that I just need to stay to myself, just be a loner, just be a loner and just stay to myself. But that's the main reason why that I'm keeping this I'm keeping this personal promise, to myself. I'm just making this promise to myself that whenever I become more financially stable, I'm going to be a total lone wolf. I'm going to be a total outcast for the rest of my life because I can't trust people. You know what I'm saying? I can't, be friends with people like that because of my past experience. And I understand, they say that you should never, let your past experience get you down. But for what I've dealt with and for what I've, you know, realized is that what's that old saying? Experience is the best teacher. And from my experience, it taught me a lesson to not be around people. I mean, it just is what it is for me. I can't do it. It's not like I'm better than anybody. Hell, I'm not better than nobody. You know, so I'm really not, man. I'm a dude. I'm really not better than anybody else, man. It's just that I see through the bullshit. I see through the lies and the bullshit of what people go through and what people put themselves through. Just because, in order for them to be accepted in society, see, I refuse to be accepted in society. I would rather just get by, do what I have to do, and that's it, man. You know, fuck everybody's expectations because this is my life. I choose to live this way, to be a loner. I choose to do this. I choose to do that. As long as I'm not hurting anybody, then that's all that matters. So until then, whenever I become more financially stable, I'm going to stay to myself. You know, once I become more financially stable, I'm going to stay to myself. I'm going to be to myself, stay to myself, and trust nobody. Trust nobody. I don't want no co-workers. I just want to work in peace. Just go home, just go to work, go home, pay my taxes, go to work, go home, pay my taxes like any other productive citizen of the United States of America. That's about it, man. I'm not trying to be the Debbie Downer of news, but that's just my take on my life. That's just my take on people. I just can't do it no more. I just can't do it. I just rather be alone, man. That's it. I just rather be alone. Through all the bullshit I went through all the gossiping. I'm just tired of all the bullshit. And what makes it so messed up. I never done all the gossip. I never talked about people behind their backs. I never done anybody like dirty or real dirty and all that stuff. I'm not that type of guy. I'm not that type of person. But it just is what it is, man. I just have to be to myself, stay to myself, and trust nobody. Because people out here these days, man, they're very scandalous. Yes, I said it. People today are very scandalous. So I have to stay to myself. I really do, man. It hurts me. It really does because I don't mind talking to people, but through my past experience, I have to be to myself. I have to stay to myself. It's like why continue on? Why continue to do the same old thing and you know what's going to happen in the long run? Like I would rather just listen to my instincts and just do what I need to do in order for me to survive in this world, in order for me to survive on this planet. But that's about it, man. That's about it. So that's just my personal. So that's just my promise that I'm going to keep to myself whenever I become more financially stable. That's about it. So yeah. So that's about it. So thank you so much and have a good day.